Oops. Okay, we're going to be talking about section 3, finding missing sides of triangles. So section 2 was about finding a missing angle measure. So section 3 is what if we have a missing side? Okay, so again, we'll be using our calculator. But to start us out, so all right, we have an angle measure, which is 45 degrees. So maybe we'll just name that angle A. All right, so there's my 45-degree angle. I know this side, 15, and that's the opposite side. What I want to find is the side that's x, and in this case, it's the hypotenuse. It's across from the right angle. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I've got SOHCAHTOA. I'm going to look at the two sides. So I have opposite, and I want to know hypotenuse. Well, opposite and hypotenuse, that is a sine. So sine of angle A is the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. Okay, well, we know a couple of things. We know that angle A is 45 degrees. Okay, the opposite side is 15. I don't know what the hypotenuse is, though. Okay, all right, now from here, this is a proportion. So when I go to solve it, I can cross multiply. Okay, so I'm going to put sine 45 over 1 and then 15 over x. All right, so I'm going to go x times sine of 45 degrees is 1 times 15, or 15. Okay, to solve for x, I'm going to divide both sides by 45. I'm going to divide both sides by the sine of 45. Okay, so this cancels there. I have x equals 15 divided by sine of 45 degrees. All right, so in your calculator, okay, you got your scientific calculator. You can do this all at the same time. So you're going to go 15 divided by, and sine, not the inverse sine, okay, just the regular sine. So go sine of 45, and that equals 21.2. Okay, so that hypotenuse, that missing side, is going to be about 21.2 units long. And that makes sense because look, my other side was 15 and the hypotenuse is the longest side. So that makes sense that 21, it would need to be a value bigger than 15. Okay, let's look at number 14. Same kind of thing. So here's angle A. There's where I have that 62 degrees. The side 16, this is my adjacent side. The side I want is across from that angle. That's the opposite side. So opposite and adjacent, that's a tangent equation. So tangent of angle A is going to be the opposite side x over the adjacent side 16. Oops, I didn't put in. Okay, so for angle A here, I'm going to put in my angle measure 62 degrees. Okay, so 62 degrees. Again, I'm going to put this over 1 and I'm going to cross multiply. So this time when you cross multiply, you have x times 1, so that's x, equals 16 times tangent of 62 degrees. Okay, so we can use our calculator. Now look how this equation turned out. Okay, I'm not going to have to divide by anything because just x equals 16 times the tangent of 62. So again, just use the regular tangent button. You don't need the inverse. And then x is going to be about 30.1 units long. Okay, let's look at, number 15. Okay, so here's the angle A. X, that's the adjacent side. 10, that's the opposite side. So opposite and adjacent, that's going to be a tangent equation. So tangent of A is opposite divided by adjacent. Now fill in what I know. Okay, I know the angle measures 45 degrees. The opposite side is 10. The adjacent side is x. Okay, I'm going to put tangent of 45 over 1. Cross multiply. X times tangent of 45 equals 10 times 1. All right, I got to get x alone. So that means I'm going to divide by 45, or tangent of 45. That's going to reduce, and x equals 10 divided by tangent of 45. So I can go 10 divided by tangent of 45, and it's going to be 10. Which, if you think about it, that makes sense, because if this is a 45-degree angle, then the other one's a 45-degree angle. You have an isosceles triangle here. So if this side is 10, then my side with x is going to be 10 also. Okay, 16. Okay, again, I'm just going to name this one angle A. Oh, 62-degree angle there. Here's the hypotenuse. The 15, that's the adjacent side. So adjacent and hypotenuse, that's a cosine equation. So cosine of angle A is adjacent 15 over hypotenuse x. Oh, I forgot. I did that again. Okay, so we can go cosine of 62 degrees. I put in my angle measure, 15 over x over 1. Okay, cross multiply. You're doing x times the cosine of 62 degrees equals 15. Again, to solve for x, you're going to have to divide by cosine of 62 degrees. That's going to reduce out. X equals 15 divided by cosine of 62. So I can do that. 15 divided by cosine of 62 degrees. And you get about 31.95. So right at 32 is the length of that side. Okay. All right, that is all for today, and I will see you